Welcome everyone, a guy trying here, and it's been an emotional week for the Altered community to say the least. I normally don't show my face much in my videos because I think of it as more of a distraction, and I'd rather focus on the content, but this felt more personal. I also normally have a script that I've written out, and I have an outline here, but this won't nearly be as polished as I would normally hope. So we'll see how it goes. If you haven't been following, Altered is currently accepting pledges through Gamefound for the next set, Seeds of Unity, and this has been the first iteration of the new distribution model since their split from Asmodee. Things were going well. The community hit the 50k benchmark that funded the project in less than 9 minutes, and people were excited for what was hopefully coming out in February. Hopefully. I say hopefully because we got an update from Equinox on Monday that we were actually told we needed to hit 2.5 million euros or Altered would disappear. The tone of the article felt incredibly off. Both frightened and frightening. Almost threatening and like an ultimatum. Like, pay up or the game is going to die. I've been told that this might just be French transparency, but this caught many off guard. Especially since we were told that this was a pre-order and not crowdfunding. That was one of the things that they initially sold us on. And at the time, we were at 500k. 10 times as much as we thought we needed, but really 20% of what we actually needed. But the 2.5 total is not from the player base alone. It also includes orders from game stores across the world. However, these totals will not be added to the Gamefound tracker, so there's no idea of how close we really are to the goal at any given time. This angered many in the community, sent others into a panic, and overall just stunned the player base. And given that we had nothing to go off but the article that Equinox posted, things seemed dire. This led to Regis, the creator of Altered, to take to the Gamefound comments to clarify things, and the team at Equinox to say that they would be updating the article to calm the community. Which is why I waited a bit to make this video. I was definitely in an emotional state, and still am, but I also wanted to have as much context as I could before I made a comment. I love this game, and I love this community. I don't make any money off of any of the videos I've made or any of the commentary I've done, and I doubt many, if any, Altered content creators make anything. We do this out of a sense of passion and love for the world of Altered, so it was heart-wrenching to feel that that might be taken away from us. And the idea that even if we hit this 2.5 million, that would not guarantee us another year of Altered. The fact that this would not just be a one-time thing made it feel that much worse, and the thought that we might have to do this again and struggle every 4 months for each set. So what do we know now? What did Equinox clarify? The original listed goal of 50k is a standard tactic used in crowdfunding to create a sense of excitement and achievement around a campaign, and unfortunately it backfired, and they've apologized for the false hope that this inspired. Also, not hitting the 2.5 million does not mean that Altered will just blow up and cease to exist. If the goal is not met, Equinox will reevaluate and see if they can make things work. They have a team of 25 currently, so this money doesn't just go towards the production and printing of a new set. It also goes towards all the other aspects of keeping the company and game alive. If they are unable to continue under the current financial situation, all pre-orders will be refunded, and they will begin writing an epilogue for the game alongside the community as a farewell. Hopefully this doesn't happen, but it's a possibility. The move to Gamefound had already caused hesitancy for some players and stores that continue to support the game. And there's a good chance that this scared even more of them away. But in any campaign like this, pledges normally follow a reverse bell curve, with large spikes at the start and end, with lower rates in the middle. With the chaos this post initially inspired, Equinox has extended the deadline for the Gamefound an extra week, now ending on November 14th. This means store pledges will be able to be calculated so the community has a better idea where we sit before we close. I think Seeds of Unity will be funded. I think we'll scrape by, but the game is going to need to pick up momentum or the community is going to struggle to invest every 4 months. We're in a weird space right now. We just finished off an amazing World Championship to cap the first year of Altered, and had the launch of a set that introduced heroes for the first time since the first set. But there also aren't any tumults this season, and there's a general dip in these types of hobbies as we head to the end of the year and into the holidays. Communication has always been one of Equinox's biggest failings, and in a time when there's already so much uncertainty and changes happening to the game, they really screwed up on several fronts in this. Stores often don't keep up with the entire conversation around a game and won't get the context that was added after the update unless players talk to them. I know a number of stores have already mentioned that they're worried that the community won't be able to raise the other 2 million in such a short period of time, not understanding that their orders go towards this total as well. This will be another example of where the community has to pick up Equinox's slack. So what can you do? Well, if you're able to and want to and you haven't already, you can pledge and back the Gamefound. But I think the most helpful thing that anyone in the community can do currently is if they have an LGS that is currently supporting Altered, try to provide the proper context so they aren't immediately scared away. Game stores are central to TCGs, so try to keep your local community strong. And I don't want to be too hard on Equinox. They're a small company that is trying to do incredibly ambitious things, and they've made an amazing game. That's what makes this hurt so much. But they have their blind spots. And unfortunately, this mistake was a rough hit. It is one I think we can withstand, but it still hurts nonetheless. Whatever emotions you're feeling about this, whether they're hopeful or fearful or anywhere in between, they are valid. And if you come across someone that's on the opposite end of you, try to come from a place of respect and empathy as you interact with them. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you found this helpful in some way. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, but if you made it this far, just know that I'm happy you stayed with me this long. This is a lot. I know. I'm feeling it too, so let me know your feelings in the comments. And all I can say is, that's all for now, and I hope we see each other again.